So at them, show me your Turkish kahve, Turkish coffee. I see you have a very bright future, inshallah. Your YouTube channel will be super successful, Biwi Aur TV. We will have million subscribers.
Ooh, nice,
People are going to love us, and we will do interviews of famous celebrities in Pakistan. Not just famous, I mean just good artists, let's say like that. Directors, writers. So yeah.
Nice.
I'm joking. I couldn't read right now. It's full with coffee. But guys, you must have heard in Turkish tradition, there is a drinking Turkish coffee. Then you invert the cup. And then there are women, or I don't know, men, mostly they're women, fortune tellers who read what are they called? Coffee. There's a name for it, like your leftover coffee.
I mean, it's in Turkish.
It's called fal. They read it and they predict your future and stuff, right? That's what they say.
Like about future.
It's like palm reading, but it's like your cup, whatever is left in.
They are reading the actual kind of like shapes there are, so they are like interpreting the shapes for example.
By the way, I am very good at this, so maybe we can do a video where I'm reading fal. Actually, we should meet with our friends and I should read everyone's file. I'm so good at it. Why didn't we do that yesterday?
Okay, or we can do, our audience can send their pictures.
Yes, do, but they need to have Turkish coffee for
But on YouTube, they cannot put pictures, I guess. They need to send pictures to our email.
Or Instagram DMs.
Or email,
So I am very good at reading fast. I once read with my Turkish colleagues, and they thought I was some very great fortune teller, and I was just using my imagination.
You have a story ability also, like your story creation ability.
So
it doesn't need to be always true, but if it is kind of sometimes it can be accurate, because some things are very generic. For example, you will have a car in 1 year.
You will go abroad.
You will go abroad. Those are very generic things, and
you will at least marry once. Anyways, but I was saying that Turkish coffee is very different from your other coffee that Nescafe or whatever.
But this is also, maybe we need to say, this is menengiç actually. Menengiç
I don't think they can tell, so
but it's like,
and it's made very differently. You really need to get used to the taste. When you will first taste Turkish coffee, you'll be like, whoa, what in the world is this? So you need to get used to it. But it is, you like it, you really like it. And people drink it with water and lokum, the Turkish delight, because it's so strong. So I guess, Assalamu alaikum.
Merhaba.
Khushamidit.
Hoş geldiniz.
Welcome to our YouTube channel with Miyaan.
With Biwi
Aur TV. I don't know why I did jazz hands. I'm always doing one thing or the other.
You are saying also, you are doing something, and I don't know why I did this. You are always saying also.
Yes.
People can check
just
our old videos.
Put our video on top of this so they don't see. So guys, today we will be reviewing 3 dramas. Today's lineup includes Behroopia, Dastak, and Sher. Don't do that. It was okay. Anyways, we will not spoil it for you. But today's lineup is missing Shiri Farhad. We thought we weren't getting much feedback from you guys about Shiri Farhad. The shorts weren't doing that well. So I thought maybe we can skip it for now. Also, honestly, to be honest, we like doing reviews of dramas that we are also enjoying, and we weren't enjoying Shiri Farhad much. So we are not doing the review, but we might take it on us to do next week. If you guys please comment and share your views about it. If you guys really want us to, we will definitely will.
Yes, we said actually there are problems with Shiri Farhad, so we are not, also because of that we were thinking to not do. If actually they listen to us, Hum TV was it, right? Hum TV. If they listen to us, maybe some things were very nice. Like for example, we said it can be show inside the show, small clips,
ideas, but
small music.
So but if you guys want, we will definitely do. Or if we think the episodes are, sometimes the drama just picks up, then we will resume reviewing.
But until this time, it didn't much. Didn't do.
It went kind of down. Contrary to my expectations.
Such a unique show, but it is sad.
Yeah, it's sad. So, without much further ado, let's move on to Behroopia. So, what were your thoughts about Behroopia this week?
As always, it is good.
Give us more. Give us more, please.
Such a good show. I'm not gonna say again I am fan of Faisal Qureshi, but yes, I am. So he's a good actor. In these episodes actually, more like Zara was trying to understand what is happening with like Mikhail. And Mikhail this time so much turned into Kabir. Temur.
Yeah, the aggressive
Temur
one.
Is the aggressive one. So he turned into Temur so many times.
Yeah.
He locked her, etc. We will mention those things later. My thing is these episodes were, I mean, there wasn't much, of course, big thing, kind of like big something happened, but I feel like this time at least Zara understood a little, I guess, because Mikhail's mother said Qasim is the stepfather, and I don't know if she said in detail, but she just said because of him he has a trauma or something. Yeah. So now Zara knows what
she said. It was too late now. Once I got into his life, it was too late to save Mikhail. Yeah. He had developed this mental personality disorder.
One thing I'm actually sorry, I forgot. One thing, the biggest thing was Zara got hurt.
Yes, you said nothing big happened, but I was like, actually, something big did happen.
True, it happened.
He physically harmed her.
Yeah, physically. Yeah. Temur.
Yeah.
Temur did.
So there's definitely domestic abuse happening in these episodes. More than that, mental abuse is we saw last week also. But in the physical abuse, he locked her in the. I mean, will it be called physical? It's more like mental again, locking her in the washroom, and then he tripped. He caused her to trip over when he stuck his foot outside because she was gonna go to her office, and he doesn't want that. So Temur came into Mikhail and he did that. So as Adam said, I think you gave the whole summary of what had happened. This was a major turning point.
No, there were some other
this was a major turning point. Zara tripping, and then she goes to her parents' house, and then she decides to also come back, and she basically now knows that this guy has this problem, which is DID. That Mikhail has DID.
But wait, did they say DID to her?
Her stepmom, Mikhail's stepmom says he has multiple personality. She said she basically said split personality, but we know it's multiple. So I guess she understands because she was literally, he introduced her to each character,
the interesting
to
part
each personality.
To me also that I find interesting is every time he switched into another character, he doesn't remember the things that he do.
Yes, I was gonna come to that point.
Is it true? Is it accurate? Do you think in real life?
I think yes. Sometimes you have blackouts because these are so strongly a personality that when you go back to your Mikhail.
But do you think? Imagine nothing you remember.
I mean, some parts you can remember, but sometimes yes. I think this can definitely happen. But I will say over here, in split personality or multiple personalities, I've seen one is your original, Mikhail is the main guy, right? And
host.
These are all different.
I like to say
host, and these are viruses or whatever.
Kind of. This is host.
So I will like to say over here that sometimes the main person is actually a victim of it. I mean, Mikhail is a victim of it, but he's the innocent one who doesn't want to harm, or it may not be true in every case, but in this case, Mikhail is not very different from, let's say, Temur or Kabir. He also, I feel does want to maybe not physically hurt Zara, but he does want to imprison her, control her. Yeah. So it's not like he's fully unaware that he's doing these things. He gets taken over by his more violent personalities. He is also a part of the whole controlling her, right? Mikhail is also, so there is, I felt like Mikhail is not very separate from Temur and his more aggressive. I think Kabir or Temur can be called the more aggressive personalities. So I felt that, right? Did you think so too?
Yeah, I was thinking about I'm curious that is he really aware of the things that he's doing and stuff? So
I don't think he's fully aware, but he is aware that he has definitely multiple personality. I would be very shocked if future in the drama that tells, Mikhail doesn't even know he has an illness. He definitely does. In the flashbacks, he talked to the doctor also, when he was a younger Faisal Qureshi, which by the way doesn't look like Faisal Qureshi's young age at all. The casting was very off there. So he definitely knows, because he takes medicines and everything, and so many times his sister has said this and his mother. So he's aware that he has a problem, but he yes, he does forget some things that he does. So
the thing is also he wasn't taking the medicines much also.
Yeah, he's skipping sometimes.
Yes,
sometimes
skipping.
taking, sometimes skipping. So honestly, I mean, this is like a repeat every time we say, but Faisal Quraishi expressions, by the way, especially when he trips Zara over the I don't know, the violence on, or the what can be the right word, like the sadistic expression he had on his face, you know?
Oh yes, yeah.
You remember?
He was like
he was happy to do it.
Yes, definitely. We will put guys here.
Yeah. Also, if I'm not wrong, he says something that his other personalities, like the more calmer personalities, they say to Zara only he just wants you to be like how he was treated in his childhood. So just let him control you or something like this, which is...
ये सोचो कि तुम अब ज़ारा नहीं कोई और हो, शायद तुम मिकाइल, जब तुम मिकाइल बन जाओगी तो मैं भी तुम्हारी जिंदगी का हिस्सा बनूंगा.
Very sinister. You know, the painting also he did in the previous week's episode. He was said, oh yes, this is the solution. So I think he wants to inflict everything that was inflicted on him onto Zara. So like Zara is her toy, is his toy.
Now I actually feel like I'm understanding the other ex-wife. Like she committed suicide.
Yeah. So, or maybe Kabir is very violent. What if he actually murdered her?
I don't know.
He could have murdered her also.
They are gonna reveal, do you think?
Yes, I think they will reveal these things. Also, by the way, they said this is his third marriage. What happened to his... Do you think maybe she's alive somewhere? She's locked in the house? Guys,
I don't know.
Come closer.
But wait.
Theory time. They mentioned Zara is his third wife, and they mentioned one is dead, so one can be locked in this house somewhere. Oh,
but
clap for myself.
But like self, whatever this is, like mashallah,
if
to me.
I was the writer, I would have done this. Imagine it would have been such a nice twist. Written by Rida Bilal. Rida, sister, if you and I, telepathy. It just came out of nowhere while reviewing it, this idea.
There would be some signs, I feel like. Just one time they said 3.
Yes. But it's such a good twist. They should say more.
What would be actually, they should do in some episodes, for example, take this food. But where? Yeah. So we can then think there is someone they are hiding.
But honestly, I will say many times his sister Anaya and his stepmom seem sometimes very selfish, very just for the money. Especially the mom. Anaya still seems like she wants good for Mikhail. But they are also very grey personalities. Like Anaya's behavior with her poor husband is very bad. And even with Zara also, she was very like... But we know she also didn't want actually for Mikhail to marry Zara in the first place. So, and her acting, that actress, I actually don't know her name. Yes, Anaya. I will let you know. I don't want to say.
She was screaming so much.
So good, her acting.
So good.
On top of her lungs, it's so hard to do that kind of acting.
And do you think how many takes maybe they did imagine?
You have to control him. I will. Come on, sit down. Sit down. Har, what's wrong with you? Har, gusarte din ke saath, I just hate. I hate him. उन्हीं का खमियाजा हम भुगत रहे हैं. ना कोई personal life है, ना कोई social life. And that chick is always there. Okay, calm down. Take a deep breath. क्या हो गया?
Like,
I don't know. Her voice would have been like. Oh.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, so their characters are very grey, but they seem sympathetic. Like they don't want Mikhail to be exposed to the world. Like they want Zara to come back when she leaves. But then also, they are also sympathetic because the mom is like, Zara will sleep with me in my room. So she is now protective of her, like safety also. So there is like a nice, I feel like it's a nice balance. Otherwise you see very selfish people who are like, but they seem to be kind of also have their inner conflict. I
like when a show is more like realistic. For example, I like Parvarish because of that Parvarish. And this show also I like. Raja Rani also kind of, I feel like it's not very like fantastical or like...
Unlike Diane.
So those things, I like
Nihal.
And Nihal again, Misha.
Nothing changed.
So I like when the show is realistic and for example, they talked about the idea. Even actually maybe we can read sometimes about scientific papers about this. the idea.
Yeah.
So what is this about really, and how can be treated? Like, is it treatable, and how can you treat the patient?
Usually, it's not curable, but it's like manageable. You manage these
But you can
kind of-
suppress maybe the characters at least.
Manage these things.
Yeah.
These are not treatable, like
Not
schizophrenia,
treatable,
bipolar.
of course, God forbid.
You need to manage these.
Yeah, you can just suppress.
Right
maybe,
now,
like.
the medicine hasn't progressed so far as to cure.
Do you
these
think
things.
they can find a medicine about this?
Yeah, I'm sure they
in the
can.
future?
But still,
You did some research,
Yes,
or did
I did
this
on bipolar, and I know
disorder?
about Alzheimer's and a little about
Yeah.
schizophrenia.
You were, for example, your research was based on lithiums and stuff.
Yeah, lithium is one of them, but it's more old school medicine now. Lithium, but for a long time, even still, sometimes.
Is lithium like an element in the medicine, right? It's like chemical
lithium
ingredient.
chloride? Yeah, they use. Anyways, guys, only one criticism, by the way, I do have from this episode,
about?
which did not seem very realistic to me. So Zara is not in love with this guy at all. She married him as a rebound. We know this.
Yeah.
She didn't know him much. She didn't even know he has his mother is
She
actually
can
a
just tell
stepmom.
you are gonna say, I guess.
No.
Her
She
father.
has yes.
Yeah.
She has nothing to stop her. Like, why does she have to go back?
But they showed that actually.
But she said that I want to go back because I promised my dad, and also the fact that I will tolerate it as much as I can. Why? You have no stakes in the game. You have no feelings for the guy. You haven't even spent like a month with him, and he has already like abusing you, and your literal like safety is in question. It's about life and death, it feels like. So why would you go to that house is my question. That is unrealistic, because also, sorry to just I want to finish this thought. Also, it's not like she's coming from a very like she has to support her family or whatever. She's very liberated, very accomplished girl. So girl, what's up, girl?
I would be okay if actually just there was mental maybe like torture, but right now it is physical also. So this is, I feel like you are already like with mental also you crossed the line, but I didn't like.
It's fine. It's got a little cold actually.
Okay. Already actually he crossed the line with some things actually mental and stuff, but now with domestic violence, I feel like this is another level. Now the police should investigate this. I feel like this is another level. So
also she says that he needs to be treated, so she knows this, but why is she taking that on to her? It's like, if let's say they were married for I don't know 5 years, and down the road in their 3rd year he got like, of course you love you've spent so much, you probably love your husband, you want to be there for it. She
attachments.
Yes, like, she right now, and her father said like, don't be careful, and he's like, she was saying to Aisha, he thinks that I made the best decision, so I don't want to disappoint him, but girl, like your dad, I really don't think he would. Also, by the way, except for Aisha, the whole family being like, not even 1 ounce of suspicion in them that why did she fall like this, what happened. So that also did not seem very realistic.
What happened? No, but I feel still like find realistic.
I don't know. Her expressions when Mikael came to take her away, she's like, I won't go, and still they were smiling. They didn't it strike, why is she saying
some
this?
parts actually true. You're saying right about some
They were
parts.
so sus and they weren't suspicious. That's my thing. The circumstances were suspicious,
But I
they
feel
were
like
not.
why? You know why? Mikhail is very
Charming.
we say charming also, and there is a word I will use in Turkish. We say kurnaz. Kurnaz is very clever people, but clever is zeki actually. This kurnaz is more like evil zeki.
Yeah, clever.
So evil clever. So this guy is very evil, clever, manipulative. The thing is, when Zara was under operation surgery, he was going around, and the father saw this, and he was thinking, oh, Mikhail is getting so much worse, so he cannot harm.
Yeah.
So this, I feel like this is very evil. Like,
but he let her go, and he genuinely at that time did seem to me like he was worried about her. So that's why I'm torn. Like this Mikael character, the Mikael personality, his own personality is also very complicated. But I guess that makes sense for a guy who has DID. He should be a complicated person, right? You can't easily understand him.
Also, one other thing, if we are gonna wrap it up, I know, but like just one thing, in the real life scenarios, I'm thinking the realistic part again. Do you think switching into one character in just 2 seconds, like for example doing this and okay, I'm a new character.
Yeah.
So my only thing is also that one actually. Right now, of course, they cannot spend so like of course there's the switch is like this.
They're doing it so the audience can easily understand.
Yes, but do you think in real life? I mean, I don't know. These patients are like this, like and switching another character.
No.
I feel like this is not instant. There should be build up.
Yes, there's a trigger.
Like, yeah,
they do show us triggers, but yes, it can't be this like quick like this.
Quick.
This is just for audiences, like so every time this happens, it means another personality is going to come. Otherwise, audience can get confused. Which I feel like if you do your job is well done, the audience wouldn't be confused. But I still get it. I mean. I like all the personalities. Very interesting way Faisal Qureshi is playing these, definitely. And his literally body language changes when he's the old cook or when he's the the Kabir who's more, and when he is by the way Taimur, he goes like this, like he becomes like Salman Khan type, like so I really like that. So I guess we are liking the show. The Rida Bila's story writing is very nice. The direction was also nice. Just some minor things, or for me a little bit major also, like why should Zara even tolerate for 1 second to be in that house? It's like threatening her own life. And also, by the way, I think the stepfather may not be dead because the mother talks about him in present tense. She says Qasim is his stepfather. She doesn't say he was.
I would want to see actually.
Him alive.
If he's in the show. Yeah. Let's see.
So mystery, which I like. I always love a good mystery as long as it's done right, because we just saw mystery in Hamraz, which was like meh. Okay, guys, anything to say?
Nope.
Let's move on to knock.
Knock, Dastak.
Knock.
Who is there?
Yeah, I should have thought about it before starting the joke.
Moiz is not there anymore. Moiz is not there.
Now Saif is there.
Yeah.
Knock.
This time
there?
knock. Who's there? Saif.
Get lost.
Yeah.
Saif. You should say get lost.
Get lost.
Okay, Dastak. Honestly, I feel like.
Do you like? Are you enjoying?
I'm getting more frustrated than enjoying.
Okay.
Now they're so late in the show. These are episodes like 34. OMG, yaar, I didn't realize.
But I feel
34 and you're introducing new characters at this time.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it too late in the game to introduce? Yes, the Moiz's Khala is coming, and she is also Feroz uncle's team. She is also a little, hey, my room. I mean, excuse me, you don't live in this house. You live abroad. Okay, this is your sister's house, but this is Moiz's house and his wife's house now also.
But now I feel like this show is gonna finish in maybe episode 50 or 60. I feel like.
No, it wouldn't.
Are you sure?
No.
Because I feel like there is a story between this uncle Mamu, like.
They will, yes, Kabir Mamu.
I feel like, there is a story between this girl, sister, and him, because they exchanged the bags and stuff.
And they are both single, I guess.
Yeah.
I think this lady is like divorced or maybe a widow, I don't know. Okay, guys, so Dastak. Tell us what you feel about Dastak. Are you getting a little frustrated like me? Because I am so done with Saif's character. I'm so done with Feroz character. And even now Moiz has started to annoy me. He was like this green flag, but right now he feels like an irritating flag because he... Okay, by the way, every episode is almost, it has one or two scenes of Kiran having a breakdown where she's like, Moiz, my son, also, and Moiz is like, calm down, relax. Kiran, relax. Why are you?
उसे पता चल जाएगा कि सैफ कौन है, फिर वो सवाल करेगा तुमसे, मुझसे, खुद से, उसके ज़हन में कितनी कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट हो जाएगी।
रिलैक्स, कुछ नहीं होगा यार।
उस दिन स्टेज तक पहुंच गया था, मुझे शानी नजर नहीं आ रहा। मोइज पता नहीं कहाँ चला गया, तुम जाकर देखो ना प्लीज।
करना करो, रिलैक्स।
पिक्चर्स क्यों है आपके फोन में आजकल?
काम डाउन यार।
मैं कैसे काम डाउन करूं मोइज?
Yeah, she is, and she is justified, by the way, because Moiz is so blindly just trusting his father. Again, I listed all things Feroz uncle did last time, so I'm not going to do it again.
He invited Saif,
You should go watch our review because I listed literally everything from the beginning to the end, and now he invited Saif to their walima. He lies to them that, oh, he's just someone I do business with, but he does admit that, yes, I knew Saif was your ex. ex, and but we know he invited because he's basically conspiring with Saif to get Shani. And Moiz is saying, oh, but he didn't know he invited to Kiran. I'm like, guy, like, please, why do you have your blind shutters on? For what reason? You should know.
By the way, he was more like angry at his father before.
Yeah.
Now I feel like he's soft because of his mother. I feel like the condition.
I mean, okay, so they're basically showing it was never going to be a smooth sailing marriage. There was going to be problem from the beginning. This was Kiran's fear. And now her fear is materializing. Because of this marriage, suddenly Saif is after her. Maybe he would have come after her, and so many. By the way, I am now more sympathizing with Faryal's character, even though Faryal was shown a little more bitter and all that, but now I feel for her because I don't know, like, because Saif is now he has given he basically kind of kidnapped Shani and talked to, like, I'm your father, this, that, your mother is lying to you, and he sneaked a phone to Shani that do not tell anyone. Now he's having video calls with Shani.
Also, is it a good move for the child? I'm just thinking for Shani.
Of course not, he's not thinking.
Because my thinking is
he's
like...
a selfish prick.
My think... Wait, be careful. Like, relax.
Baby, calm down, calm down.
Okay, he's...
Don't be Moiz.
No, he's bad person, of course. Like, no, my thing is like, for example, that little child also for his psychology, this is not I feel like not good. Like right now, he's like 6 years old, maybe 7. I don't know, like something like that.
6.
Let's say 8. I don't know, 7. Let's say something like that. So you are just saying, oh, right now I am your father. I feel like it's a big thing for him, and you are showing pictures also to make him believe you. And you are just trying to buy him. Yeah. You are saying like, oh, you have a room, separate room. Bribe him. This is bribing, right? Yeah. Like, for example, you have a separate room. Oh, you have like toys here, Batman masks, and you like Deadpool poster. I saw Deadpool and like those
all
things.
The boyish things you can put in the room. They put Batman, Deadpool, whatever fool. But I will just say that I'm done with Dastak. I want Dastak to end. It's getting too much story, and it's not about too much story. It's like, so what is Feroz Uncle's obsession? He is still calling Kiran a gold digger. He's still calling Kiran selfish, and he's also even now saying, by the way, to his sister-in-law that she got pregnant because she's very clever, so she knew. So this is kind of a trap. She laid a trap by getting pregnant. She laid a trap. I mean, if you are so, and you are, I don't know, I have no words.
बहुत शातिर और मकार लड़की है वो फिजा. उसने जिस तरह मोइज का ब्रेन वॉश किया ना, मेरी तो अकल ही दंग रह गई. पहले उसने बेनिफिट्स के लिए उससे शादी की, उसके बाद अपने साथ उसे घर ले गई, फिर प्रेग्नेंट हो गई. वो जानती थी जब ऐसा करेगी तो मोइज तो कहीं नहीं जा सकता उसके बाद.
This show, I understood. This show is like this. I will say, this show in the story progression is 2 steps forward, 1 step backward. 2 steps forward, 1 step backward.
Brilliantly you put that. That truly. Sometimes we are like being like, oh, okay, it's going somewhere, and then suddenly, like last week, I was okay with even though I was very frustrated with Feroz Uncle, but this again with the new character, and the new character is also being like a, I don't know. I didn't like her. Because she was not nice with Kiran and all. Okay, not that she's supposed to fall in love with Kiran, and already Feroz Uncle is brainwashing her, so all those things. But I do like the Kabir, I forget the actor's name, Kabir Mamu and his sister, and all their relationship is very nice. Even with his brother-in-law, Kiran's dad, it was, so Kiran's family I like.
Kiran's family
they
is
are nice. So nice, and when we go to Moiz's family, it's so toxic, and we come to Kiran's family, I like. Tanvi and Suhail Sameer is Kabir Uncle's name.
And when you look at Moiz's family, it's like they are more educated, they feel like. But the other family, for example, Kiran's family is like
class.
But when you see their relationships, they are more toxic.
Yeah.
The other people are more actually peacefully living at least. I
am so done with, I think I've said it so many times, but like, Feroz Uncle.
Done.
Saif is also, he's such a selfish man, does not care about his son. Suddenly he has this love after 5 years. He's like, and he's going to go to any length to basically get Shani. We saw that in the promo. And Moiz is now kind of, I feel like he's like gaslighting Kiran, or he's being gaslit himself. I don't know.
Doing very good job also right now, sarcastically. Like his wife also. What was the name of his wife? Feryal. What did he say? For example, you could have given me a child.
Yeah, he taunted her, which is so below the belt. You don't do that to your wife who is already has such a.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not her fault. Like
they can just adopt.
Yeah.
It wasn't this hard, really.
Yeah, or try just give more time to Kiran also if you really want to share.
Or
custody.
Isn't there like other? I don't know, some like alternative medicine, I will say, just to produce child.
I don't know, not alternative medicine, but there are ways like surrogacy, IVF. I don't know if they tried those paths. I don't remember.
In Dine also, for example, did they try? I don't know, but
yeah. So I still love Sohail Ali's acting. She is so good in her frustration, she seems, but the other characters are on and off for me. But the girl, I will like to actually throw a shout out to the girl who's wearing cock-up, which by the way, the cock-up name.
The scene.
Yes, you should mention because you truly enjoyed it. I also enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed.
We shouldn't end our review before that.
The bags are exchanged
between Moiz's Khala and Kiran's Mamu.
Yes. So Mamu's bag, cock-up, opened the luggage and like the bag, and she saw all the female clothes. So the thing was so like funny. He was saying, no, they are not my. He was trying to explain. Then she called her mom. Her mom came and oh my god, everyone.
She felt dizzy. She's like, oh Kabir, what is this? Are you? And then she's like, ... and he's like, no, and cock-up is opening. He's like, close that, and she's opening. That scene.
यकीन माने कि वो एयरपोर्ट पे एक्चुअली बैग एक्सचेंज हो गया था नो
The acting of the three characters in it, the girl whose name we will mention, Sohail Sameer, and the mother, I don't know her name, we will also mention her name. Their acting was so good. It was such a fun relief in this Sadu environment to have that comic relief. So I really loved that scene. Right?
Me too.
I was fully enjoying it.
I really enjoyed it. It was like...
Also, he's coming from England, so they're like, oh, anything happens in the West, Pakistanis think like that.
It was like actually, I again enjoyed the Parvarish scene. Also, remember the Dadaji or Dadi? Which one was grandpa? Dadaji. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I confused them. Like Dadaji, was trying to eat the thing like
gajar ka
yes. So the others came. There was a whole in Parvarish. So this also I felt in this show also here Dastak. I wasn't expecting something.
It was a very good tension breaker, and it was I also wasn't.
I wasn't
the way it's been going for weeks and weeks and weeks. It was very fun. So loved that part. Loved that scene truly, but did not enjoy the rest of it. That's all for the circle. Let's move on to
Sher. I will start with I really like the OST.
Oh, love the OST.
Yeah.
Arif Lohar's voice, Punjabi, but then Faisal Kapadia, one of my favorite Pakistani singers, strings. I mean, forever a string stan. So good.
Yeah.
I think this is your first time being introduced to Arif Lohar. OMG. But Faisal Kapadia, you've heard. What is wrong with me? Why can't I say my own desi people's name?
I mean, this OST is good, but still I will say Chata Fateh Ali Khan also the music.
Chahat Fateh Ali Khan.
Chata Ali Khan's music was also
such an insult. Please, with legend, with goats, you are bringing in a goat, a literal goat. Too harsh. Sorry, take it back.
What was Meri Chaman? Meri Vatan.
The OST of Sher is brilliant. By the way, loving it. It adds so much depth to the show, even though the show may not have that much depth, but it really helps the show. Moving to the episodes themselves, I actually truly enjoyed these episodes more than the first episodes, just because the first episodes were too over the top for me. Mm-hmm. These episodes, now we've settled into the tone of the show. Mm-hmm. And also not those kind of things weren't happening like earth shattering, OMG, the bride ran away on her shadi day, and then those were the introduction.
First of all, it was so confusing for me also, the family tree.
But now you know.
Explained to me like how many times you did.
Yeah.
So I was like, who's like, everyone is, oh my god, like this person is Pupo, this is the evil Pupo, this is this is that.
Yeah.
I mean, there were so many characters.
Yeah, it was
by the way, the
confusing.
character count will increase. I feel like there are another people, for example, they were gonna go to who were they gonna go to?
Sher likes the girl.
Yes, likes the girl. So there will be other people also.
Yes,
there will be
the Sayyid family.
Sayyid,
right?
Yeah.
So but I like these episodes because I felt like some things in it were very realistic. For example, the Chachu, because his son is so traumatized like literally his mother was shot by his own puppo. Yeah. His puppo shot his mother. Just let that absorb. So he's like, no way, my mother is going back to the house. Yeah. So the father is like, you are right. I will take my family to London. So that scene of the Puppo and Chachu and the Kaka Sahab, the father, I really enjoyed that. Enjoyed that scene.
Because it's realistic, I guess you're enjoying.
Not just realistic, even if it's dramatic, because this show is dramatic. I just found it logical. The thing is, for me, it's not like it can be fantasy, but do have some logic.
Also,
right?
At least they didn't say Sydney or somewhere. For example, London. They said so. UK.
Yes. Also, by the way, so refreshing that even usually when you show these kind of families who are a little bit more conservative in Pakistani shows, the men are so toxic. So it was really nice to see the guy standing up for his family, his son, his wife. So he says, I will take away.
Rare to find.
Yes, on the other side, Fajr's family, so Sara Khan's mother, she played by Nadia Afghan, she is saying, we will also go to another house. I will go to my grandparents' house, but we see that the father is already taking them to Lahore. So we see in this family, this is happening. We know that Puppo is fully bitter because of being single all her life. On the other side, Sher's family, we discovered that Sher likes this girl he saw in a shadi, and he's like full home cinema screen.
Mashallah.
He's watching stock image.
Yes, and how did they capture that moment? It is also mystery.
No, it was a
zoomed on the girl, like.
But yeah, it was a shadi ki video. It was a wedding video. So it was there. So and we understand the dynamics. He has a stepmom and his own mom, his father. He has two half sisters, one own sister. His chachu and his two sons are fully outright evil. They are robbing their own brother, and they want to marry. The chachu wants to marry more of his the Fahad and Ahad. Ahad is already married. Fahad, he wants to marry.
Pakistani drama, stop this cousin marriage, please. So much.
Also, by the way,
so much.
To this topic, I will say
cousin marriage.
Cousins who are also growing in the same house feels a little weird to me, because you are growing as bhai, behan, and suddenly when you grow up, you are like, oh, husband, hello. First you were Faizi bhai, and then you become Faizi husband. Faizi bhai said, I have my cousin Faizi bhai, just the dad name came to me. But yeah, it's very weird. So we do not like this thing. Yeah. We are not saying anything to like cousin marriage per se, but too much of it. And same house, it's a little creepy, honestly.
No, I really understand why they are doing this, because they are like not foreign people, they are like not stranger, so they are like inside the family, they are like there maybe.
But there are sinister motives, because we know this chachu wants to get the money.
But my just things, they are like culturally other things, they are like equal to that, etc. I understand. I'm talking in general. I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking general. Yeah. So cousin marriage, I understand why people are doing. But my thing is, cousin marriage also can be, I don't know, like harmful for the baby also.
If so it's done too much in the family,
Yes, so cousin marriage, they should maybe not do this.
Those things
every
are
time.
For sure important. But I will just say, even in Parvarish, we didn't mention in our last review, but what's
Amal
his name? Jahangir thinking about Amal and Wali. Let them be just cousins, let them be friends. We know Amal has feelings, but why? Okay, that's another topic for another episode. I mean, when we review Parvarish, basically. But I will say, But anyway, so Sher likes this girl. She's from a Sayyid family. They don't marry in non-Sayyid household. So there we see all that dynamic, but he's fitting well with his family in the sense his father is proud of him. His father also gives some documents to his wife. We don't know what the documents contain, whereas his first wife is a little now on the edge, and the chachu is really manipulating her because he's like, what about your daughter's rights? Your daughter's rights, Sher will have all the control, then what will your daughters get? By the daughters he also means his own sons, because his daughters are married to his sons. And we see that both his sons, by the way, are super pervert, because Ahad is apparently, I feel like he was like having some weird exchange of looks with the servant. So he's maybe having an affair with the servant.
तुम खाओ, यहाँ रख दो.
Whereas the other brother, Fahad, who betrayed Fajr, has his eyes set on the youngest sister, even though his father is setting up with the older one.
And in one scene, he was watching. Remember?
Yes. Oh, through the window, she was getting out of the shower, and so I don't like this. That's like same house. I don't know. So such like people in your own house usually in a lot of cases are, you know, cases of harassment. It's your own family members who you trust who turn out to be perverts like this. So guys, please beware of these things, especially a house of daughters and sons. Actually, it goes both ways, honestly. Okay, that we went a little, but anyways, as episodes, I enjoyed Sher. It was fun. I like Danish. I know it's a little
in the beginning. Again, I did this, but because I mean, I admit that the older episodes were maybe a little confusing, and these episodes were a little bit better. I admit.
Now we are in the world of Sher, I feel like.
Yeah, but my only thing is it is so over the top drama, I feel like,
that
because
you just need to
the cameras are, for example,
like
people are looking at each other. Like it's a little.
Yeah, but in this episode
reactions.
there weren't many ha.
Again, there was one. I remember something like
maybe.
There was like something like not ha, but like there was like the faces, like you know the faces, all of the faces. Then they are like looking at each other.
True.
Something like that. There was.
So, anyways, I enjoyed. I think more than you. Danish Taimur's acting was fine. He is playing a guy with
Sher was Danish Taimur.
Yes.
Okay.
Unlike
Hamraz.
Hamraz where
Yes, I understood what you are gonna say. Definitely, I also agree. Instead, like Feroz Khan and versus, if I say Danish Taimur, I will select Danish Taimur.
Because he's at least a more nicer guy. He's playing.
No, but I'm not talking about the character. The acting also.
The acting, yeah.
What is the earbud all the time?
Yeah.
Like Feroz Khan.
So yeah, I like the dressing. Especially, I like the dressing of the actor who's playing Danish Taimur's dad. I know he's a very big actor. I'm very bad
with the moustache guy.
Yeah, I love his dressing in every drama. By the way, I love his style. I also like. I said in Diane, I like Usman Pirzada's style. Some actors, like I feel like older generation men, some of them have very good style, more than the newer generation. I will definitely say this. So I liked the mother, Fajr's mom, like I said, being realistic with her everything, and the daughter, her younger daughter, saying that, oh guys, come on, nowadays no one is thinking, oh, the Barati went back. These things happen. People call off their marriages at the last moment. So like, if you will be fine, it's not the end of the world. For you, I just didn't like Fajr saying, oh, I will tolerate dad's nafrat. Like, you don't need to. I mean, if you have a way out, just live your life. So, is that all for Sher?
For me, that's all. I mean, for me. If you want to
I know. I love the OST. The acting is
OST fine. I really also
by
like.
Sarvat Nazi and like, oh, sorry, no, that's Dastak's information I'm reading. Anyways, that's all for Sher. Now we will move on to our favorite segment, which is Word of the Day.
The word of the day, yes.
Today's word is Faisla, which means decision, and the Turkish translation of the word is... Say!
Oh, I'm creating some tension.
Yeah, this was the only thing for which to create.
Okay. In Turkish, it is karar. It means decision.
Tamam.
Karar.
So,
I am inviting everyone to be decisive. Kararlı. It's Turkish, it's kararlı. It means...
You should invite, first of all, yourself to be decisive. Erdem is sometimes because he has this, he has a little virus of overthinking. So you overthink, and he's made me
sometimes
also like that.
I am indecisive, but
Anyways, guys, that was all for our
That was
review
all
for
for
today. Have
today.
a happy week.
Happy
And-
decisive week.
And please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget. Please comment. Tell us what you
Please
want
comment,
us
guys.
to do.
If we are wrong, tell
correct
us.
us.
If we are correct, again, let us know. Like, please, at least write something.
Constructive
comment.
criticism is always welcome. Actually, we definitely need, because we are a new channel, so we actually need it. So yeah, that's all.
And lastly, shout out to Reddit channel or subreddit, I can
Community.
say, Pakistani drama rants.
Oh, we are shouting them out. Okay.
I will do.
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks for watching. Like,
Share.
subscribe.
This is so girly.
No, it isn't.